The NUMEC was formed in 1998 when the New Eight expanded and offered opportunities to men's programs to compete. The conference was built on tenets of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and expanded its opportunities in sports programs through the years. And we try to focus on the success of our student athletes, both academically and athletically.
As a conference, we embody excellence in the fact that every institution has a commitment to providing a high-level competitive experience for the student athlete. Numerous top 10 finishes within the Learfield. We have national championships. We have Elite Eights, Final Fours, numerous academic and COSADA All-Americans. We push one another to be better in order to realize that ultimate goal of being the preeminent conference in Division III.
I'm a very proud member of the NUMEC conference. And so when I think about the word integrity and think about how that word really was a founding principle for the New Eight and how that has continued on as we welcome men into the conference and expand to the NUMEC, it's really, again, something that drives this conference, drives most of the decisions that we make. Student athletes who at the end of the day, all decisions are based on what is best for a student athlete, whether that's about the competitive experience or supporting their academic endeavors as well.
The word respect means a number of things to me, especially as it is demonstrated in the NUMEC League. We have a great respect for our students, a great respect for our colleagues, and it's demonstrated in all of our not only preseason play, season play, and postseason play. And so to have that respect for each other on the field, on the ice, wherever they may be playing, for me is paramount.
It's really not about the individual institution and what they need and how they reach their accomplishments, but it's really about all of us collectively making each other better, come together as a group to really do an excellent job for our student athletes, our coaches, our families, and our institution.
Welcome to Reinhardt Field on this very chilly Saturday afternoon. It is the inaugural Fusion Bowl between the 7-3 SUNY Maritime Privateers and the 6-4 Husson University Eagles. It is very chilly, it is very windy, and that will certainly play a factor this afternoon. The Manhattan skyline in the background, and as you look that way, here from our vantage point, it is really, really cold. Jordy Fee Platt here with you this afternoon. And you see there the flags just whipping 40-mile-an-hour gusts, 26-mile-an-hour winds out of the northwest, and got a temperature approaching 50. It does not feel like 50 at all. It is really, really cold. Truly feels like winter this afternoon after a pretty mild fall we've had in this area. Well, these two teams, very capable of scoring a lot of points. They both average nearly 30 a game. And Steven Stassi, quarterback for the Privateers, 28 passing touchdowns to lead the NUMEC. And Max Clark on the other side for Husson, 24 touchdowns. He was second in the Conference of New England. This inaugural Fusion Bowl featuring the NUMEC and the Conference of New England, which was just formed this past year, previously known as the Commonwealth Coast Conference. You see those yards there between the two teams. Husson is a team that can really balance things pretty well. They've got a really nice rushing attack between Jed Lober and LeVar Hunter, and see a lot of passing from the Privateers. We're going to take a break for the national anthem. We'll be back with opening kick here from the Bronx. National anthem comes to its conclusion at Reinhardt Field. We're a couple of moments away from kickoff here from the campus of SUNY Maritime. This is sort of a home game for the Privateers. They're playing in their home stadium, but technically a neutral site game for this Fusion Bowl between these two foes who used to be in the same conference back in the day and now reuniting for this one this afternoon. Mentioned just before the anthem, see a lot of passing touchdowns between these two teams. Max Clark and Stephen Saucy, both upperclassmen with a lot of experience. 28 touchdowns for Stassi through the air, 24 for Clark. And this Husson team has two really good running backs in Jed Lober and LeVar Hunter, combined for 16 touchdowns on the ground this year, those two guys. And Maritime has Devin Klein in the backfield with nearly 800 yards. So both teams like to score, and we'll see which defense can come up big. It's an interesting one to note that the fourth down situation, because of the wind we have this afternoon, there are not a lot of kicks between these two teams already coming into this season, just 5 combined field goals. So Husson wins the toss, and we're going to defer to the second half. So the Privateers will receive the opening kick. Those fourth down numbers that you saw there on the screen, it's really unlikely that we're going to see a field goal, let alone maybe even extra points with these 40-mile-an-hour gusts. Privateers are 64% on fourth down this year, 23 of 36, and the Eagles are 14 of 29, 48%. So both teams very comfortable going forward on fourth down. They're very used to it, and we'll likely see a lot of that today. It will be the Privateers playing in their own stadium, getting the ball to start this first half. Stephen Stassi, the senior out of East Islip, New York, was talking with Privateers head coach Jamel Ramsey before the game, and he was just saying how special it is for this group of talented seniors on this Privateers squad to get a chance to play another game, a meaningful postseason game in their own stadium. This is a team full of a lot of senior experience and leadership. Much of their offensive production is going to come from their seniors. And they have a chance to cap their careers off with a victory here in this first edition of the Fusion Bowl. Kason Markovich is going to kick it off for Husson. Get a little bit of help with the wind. We're going to get underway. Fair catch, and Privateers will get started. Steven Stassi, 28 passing touchdowns. Senior from East Islip. And Devin Klein in the backfield, another senior from Miller Place, New York. Both can really produce. And then you've got receivers in Ian Durda, Luke Caliendo, combining for 17 touchdowns this year. Ball is moving with the wind, and they're going to have to respot it at the 25. This is going to be a problem much of the afternoon, we think. We'll just see how much it affects being able to throw the ball through the air. Of course, the Privateers have a little bit of an advantage because this is their home field. They're used to wins like this all the time. Stassi, inside give to Klein. Brings it out to the 30. Pickup of 5 on first down for Devin Klein. Came in with 779 yards this year. That ranked 4th in the NUMAC. It's going to be a steady diet of Devin Klein when Privateers do run the ball. A little bit different on the other side for Husson. They've got 3 guys that they use. Stassi drops it outside. Across the 40, and a first down for the Privateers. That is Luke Caliendo. A really nice run after the catch. He screened past to Caliendo, and he got great blocking in front of him. And a nice balance to begin from the Privateers. A little bit of run, and then easy pass completion to get Stassi into a rhythm, and going to see a lot of that type of passing, I think, with these conditions. Stassi throws out wide. Caliendo makes the catch. Knocked out of bounds around midfield. That's a good pickup on first down of about 7. Caliendo already with 2 catches. He had 651 receiving yards coming in this season. That ranked 4th in the conference. Look out for Ian Durda on that left side, currently lined up in the slot. Stassi hands off inside to Klein. Pushing tacklers forward, and he's got a first down. Privateers having no problem moving the ball on their first drive of the game. First down at the 46 of Husson. Privateers team that averages a little under 29 points a game. 42 total touchdowns. Play action. Stassi scrambling to his right. Got a little bit of room. Gets across the 40. And another good pickup on first down. I'll spot him at the 42 of Husson. And Stassi making something out of nothing there. 2nd and 6. Caliendo is lined up in the backfield to Stassi's left here. See if the receiver gets a look. Pulls out to the left. They'll throw it to him. Caliendo going to break some tackles. Pushing forward. He's a little bit short of the first down, I believe. It'll set up a 3rd and 1. Already 3 catches for Caliendo. 3rd and 1 from the 37 of the Eagles. Already had some success on the ground with Klein. See where they go here. Head off to Klein. He's got a first down all the way to the 30-yard line. Big hole from that offensive line created. These two teams both with very experienced offensive lines. Privateers, all but one starter are upperclassmen and can make a big difference in these types of games. Stassi, a little bit of a high snap, brings it down, hands off Klein. Pushing forward towards the 25. He's going to come up a little bit short of the 25 to the 26 for about 4 on first down. Stassi is 3 of 3 for 24 yards through the air in the early going. Klein has 4 carries for 17 yards. Second and 5 officially. Stassi takes a snap. Throws out wide right. Catch is made. Pat Quinn moves the chains. Into the red zone go the Privateers. Another easy completion for Stassi. They're having a lot of success on that right side of the field. First and 10 from the 17. This drive's already been over 5 minutes. Nearly a jump from the Husson defensive line, and it is. It'll be a free play. Backup running back Mario Agnon gets the carry. It brings it to 15. We'll see. It'll be first and 5 now from the 12. A little bit of a hard count from the Privateers, paying off that time. And what a drive this has been to open the game. Stassi is in the shotgun. He's got Agnon behind him. Takes the snap, hands off Agnon. Up the middle. Pushing forward with some help from the offensive line. It's still Agnon towards the goal line. In for the touchdown. What a drive from the Privateers, and how about that offensive line? Just kept on chugging. And the senior from the Bronx, Agnon, gets the Privateers on the board. Nearly the entire Husson Eagles team trying to bring Agnon to the ground, and they could not do it. In for the extra point is Diagnes. We'll see how this one looks, and it is up and through. It's going to be an adventure for extra points with these wins, but what a drive from the Privateers. They take a 7-0 lead with a drive that nearly spanned 6 minutes. Finishes off with a 12-yard touchdown by Mario Agnon. And he just kept on going. See now how Husson can respond. That was an impressive, balanced drive. Steven Stassi, 4 of 4 for 33 yards on that drive. Klein carried for 21 yards. 4 opportunities, and then a carry for Agnon going 12 yards. Fourth will kick it off for the Privateers, and some good special teams players on this Husson team. Squibb kick to try and avoid those guys. It's a fumble bouncing around. Who comes down with it? The Eagles looked like they came up with it initially, and they did. Bobble there that rolled past the 40, took another ricochet, The Eagles have to feel really fortunate to come down on that one. It was Caleb Solomon with the recovery. It's been a sloppy start for Husson. Max Clark in the pistol formation, hands off. Not much there for Aiden Sargent. There's 3 running backs on this Husson team that average 5 yards a carry or better. And you'll see all of them mixing in. That was the freshman Sargent, who's the third string running back out of Rockland, Maine. He has the best yards per carry on the team in limited opportunities, but 5.5 yards a carry. Now it's LeVar Hunter to Clark's right. Clark takes the snap, fires out left, and it's caught by Dom Wilson. That'll bring up a 3rd down already for the Eagles. Dom Wilson came in today with 5 touchdowns. A quarter of his receptions this season were those touchdowns. 3rd down and 7. Clark fires deep down the left sideline for Wilson, incomplete, but a flag down. Xander Timothy in coverage. And it is Timothy who gets flagged for the pass interference. 15-yard penalty gives Husson a 1st down on 3rd and 7. Bring him out to the 44 of the Privateers. It's a tough penalty there. Not sure if Wilson was going to be able to get to that ball. But it gives the Eagles a little bit of momentum. They were desperately looking for it in this first quarter. Keeper. Clark has nowhere to go. Fondero and Tulipano combining on the stop, and they were just not fooled by that quarterback draw. Gets just 1, does Clark, and it's 2nd and 9. High snap, handoff to Hunter, and he's bottled up again for only a yard out to the 40. This is a run game that was really good for much of the season for Husson, averaging over 150 yards a game on the ground, but last week they really struggled. Just 46 total yards on the ground, and they're a team that really relies on that. So far this afternoon, they're having some similar struggles. 3rd and 9, Clark fires deep, complete. Out in space, touchdown, Eagles. Jaquan Miles. What a response, and we are an extra point away from a 7-7 game in this first quarter. The all-conference player last year, Jaquan Miles, found himself in tons of space up the middle of the field. Markovich on to kick for Husson. It's up and good. Well, a slow start to that drive for Husson, but helped by a 3rd down pass interference penalty, and then another conversion on 3rd down that leads to the tying score. Jaquan Miles, a senior from Daphne, Alabama, found himself wide open and strided all the way home into the end zone. 40-yard score for the Eagles. Well, that is Clark's 25th patching touchdown of the season. And as expected, these two teams going to pile up the points. averaging nearly 30 a game, both of them. And it seems like the conditions, at least on that first drive, not really affecting anything through the air. Well, that's definitely good. Another kickoff coming. Markovich getting some help with the wind. Ian Durda brings it across the 20. Out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Maritime back on offense after an excellent opening drive that got them on the board and also span over 6 minutes. Penalty marker.
Receiving team number 34, 10-yard penalty, first down.
So a hold on Maritime on the kickoff return, and that'll send things back inside the 15-yard line. First and 10 from the 17. Klein moves to Stassi's left. He gets the handoff, bouncing it outside. Had some room. Takes it across the 25, close to a first down. Another good pickup in the run game on first down for the Privateers. Second and 2. Klein is now carried for 29 yards on 5 carries. Nearly 6 yards a carry in this first quarter. Gets the handoff again. Bounces off a tackler and gets a first down. Physical running from Devin Klein. Trucks a defender up the middle as he picks up the first. Not afraid of contact at all. So inside of 6 minutes in this first quarter, a lot of offense for these two teams. Stassi hands off to Klein again. Not much there that time. Just 3 yards for Klein on that carry. A rare time where he doesn't get 4 or 5 or even 6 in this first quarter. 7 carries for 37 yards. Second and 7 from the 33. Klein shifts out to the left. Stassi fires middle, complete to the 40-yard line. That is Nate Casaburi with the grab. First down pickup, brings it out to the 40. Casaburi, a junior, with 8 touchdowns on the year. That was his first catch. Hand off to Klein. He is bottled up in the backfield. Back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. A series of Husson defenders in there, including Jemiah Tyson, who has really made an impact on the defensive line this year for Husson. 6 sacks, 6 in the conference in tackles, and those 6 sacks were second in the C&E. Number 64, Jemiah Tyson. Second and 9 from the 41. Privateers getting the play from the sideline. Klein shifts to Stassi's left. Durda in motion. They hand it off to Klein. Battling for yardage. It's out to the 45-yard line. Gets 4, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 5. A steady diet of Klein already in this first quarter. 9 carries. And you wonder if the conditions playing a role in that a little bit. Big 3rd down. Stassi looking left, looking middle, under some trouble. Fumble. Stassi trying to recover it. He can't. All the way down to the 5-yard line of the Eagles. They forced the turnover, and they are set up with a goal to go. It looked like Stassi was going to come on it after the initial fumble and then just didn't dive on time. And Jemiah Tyson with the fumble recovery. These two teams force a lot of fumbles. That is a dynamic we haven't touched on yet. But a key turnover right there. 1st and goal from the 6. And off to Hunter. Bouncing off tacklers. Flag comes in. Did not get in. He was at the 1. We'll see what the flag is. And that is a massive penalty for the Eagles. They had been set up 1st and goal at the 6. That'll bring him back to the 16. And that run to Hunter, they were going to be set up from the 1. Instead, work to do. It is still Hunter in the backfield to Clark's left. High snap, hand off to Hunter. Pushing for as many yards as he can get, close to the 10. About 6 yards on the carry. We've not seen Jed Lober much at all in this first half. It's been Hunter and Sargent. And Lober, a guy who had nearly 900 rushing yards for the Eagles. 5 yards a carry, 9 touchdowns, but he has been absent so far. Fake to Sargent in the backfield. Clark rolling out to his right. Looking for options. He's going to take a run inside the 5-yard line. And it's now 3rd and goal from the 6. They've made it a little bit more manageable after being brought back to the 16. It's Hunter to the right of Clark. Looking right, fires, touchdown! Jaquan Miles. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and it's 13-7 Husson. That has been the reliable target for Clark on 3rd down this entire first quarter. Markovich on for the extra point. And the kick is good. Jaquan Miles with 2 catches, 46 yards, 2 touchdowns. The first one a 40-yard score, and they're on 3rd and goal. Gets it into the end zone to give the Eagles the lead. The turnover was the key there. It set up Husson with 1st and goal at the 6. They had a holding penalty that brought him back to the 16, but they were still able to punch it in. And these two teams mentioned the turnovers that they can create. Husson with 8 forced fumbles this season, which led the conference. And SUNY Maritime, 14 forced fumbles. And that was not only leading the conference but leading the entire country in Division III with 15 fumble recoveries. So you had a feeling that was going to play a role here, and it already has in this first quarter. Over 1 minute to go in the first. Already 21 points on the board. Kickoff over the head of Durda and into the end zone for a touchback. So after such a strong first drive for the Privateers, had to be feeling really good. A turnover has completely swung the momentum of this game. Stassi is 5 of 5 for 40 yards passing. And Evan Klein with 42 yards on the ground on 9 carries. They moved the ball, and they were moving the ball on that second drive before the turnover. Stassi hands it off to Agyan. Burst of speed. Brings it out to the 30. Picks up 5. Run from Agyan, who had the opening score of this one, a 12-yard touchdown, in which he got a lot of help from his offensive line, pushing the pile. And it continues to be a lot of runs for this Maritime offense. And off to Agyan, bouncing it outside, trying to push for the first down. Looks like he'll be brought down a little bit short with the forward progress. And it'll be 3rd and 1, or are they going to move the chains? They'll move the chains. It's a first down. Agyan gets a good spot. And that brings the first quarter to its conclusion. Action-packed in the Bronx. It's 14-7. Husson in front of the Privateers. We'll take a break. Be right back with quarter number 2 in the inaugural Fusion Bowl.
The NUMEC was formed in 1998 when the U8 expanded and offered opportunities to men's programs to compete. The conference was built on tenets of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and expanded its opportunities in sports programs through the years. And we try to focus on the success of our student athletes, both academically and athletically.
As a conference, we embody excellence in the fact that every institution has a commitment.
14-7 Husson Eagles after 1 quarter in the inaugural Fusion Bowl. Lots of offense, a key turnover that has Husson with the advantage. And it's the Privateers now looking to respond. 1st and 10 from the 36. Again, shifts to Stassi's right. Play action. Stassi looking deep left. And just over the head of Nate Casaburi, who was wide open in space. Second and 10 from the 36. Was an opportunity like the Eagles had on their 40-yard touchdown to Jaquan Miles, where he just sort of broke out away from the entire defense, and Casaburi was in that spot there, just a little bit overthrown from Stassi. And off to Agyan, another burst of speed, bouncing off tacklers. It out to the 44. And Privateers have gotten some good runs from Agyan in this first half. He's been able to spell Klein, which has been really important, especially for the SUNY Maritime team that is trying to run a lot in this first half. Third down and 1. Agyan stuffed in the backfield, nowhere to go, and he is short. Evan Burgay with excellent pursuit brings Agin down, and that will force a punt. Burgay just blew it up, and then some good help in the end from Ryan Bannister as well. Burgay, the junior out of Winslow, Maine. Making the key stop. The snap comes low. Just able to get the kickoff, his fourth. Gonna roll towards the 10. Caught and brought down. Just short of the 15-yard line. Now again, the special team's going to be interesting with these conditions. A good job in the end by Jaden Forth to get that one off and pin the Eagles inside the 20. Often don't see the punt go particularly well with a botch snap like that, but did not bother Forth at all. Well, 1st and 10 from the 14. It's Sargent again in the backfield to Clark's right. Hand off to Sargent. Outside. There goes Sargent. First down and more. All the way out across the 35-yard line. And Sargent is a guy who had just 93 yards on the season coming into this one, 17 carries, but averaging over 5. Penalty is going to bring that one back. After all that, we are seeing a lot of Sargent. He has the best yards per carry on the team in those limited opportunities with 5.5, but you're seeing some of the explosiveness that the freshman can provide. Spot of the foul on the penalty. Pitch to Hunter. Not much. LeVar Hunter has not had nearly the success that Sargent has had. Of course, has had a great season this year, but in this first half, not finding a lot of breathing room. 2nd and 11. Throw out the flat. Catch is made. Brings it out to the 14. This will set up a long 3rd down for the Eagles and a really important opportunity for the Privateers to get off the field and get some good field position. Mason Berthollet made that catch, and you haven't seen a lot of him. He's an important player for this Eagles team. 3rd and 10. Fires out left over the middle, tipped and incomplete, nearly intercepted. Jack Kellner got his hands on it and almost came up with a takeaway. Still a really good stand for SUNY Maritime, and that'll bring up 4th down from the 14 and set up what you'd expect will be good field position. Danny Scarlota on to punt. That is a very short punt, rolling just across the 25-yard line of the Eagles, but a penalty marker comes in all the way back around the 40-yard line, away from the play. And we'll see if this moves Maritime back a little bit. I don't know if there was some hand fighting around the 40. It looked like there was, and yeah, there was a player thrown to the ground. So that'll bring SUNY Maritime back a little bit, I would expect. It is indeed a 15-yard personal foul penalty, and that's a costly one. Still good field position, but you were going to be set up with great field position. And a penalty behind the play that had nothing to do with what was going on. Brings the Privateers all the way to the 42. Still in plus territory beginning this drive. Couple of fakes. Firing deep left for Casaburi. Can't come up with it. Had it for a moment and couldn't hold on. Man, we are seeing Casaburi's speed, though, down this left side. A couple of times he's broken open for big plays. That time the throw was on target, and Casaburi had to try and bring it in. Could not do it. See if that continues to be an area that SUNY Maritime tries to exploit in the Husson defense. Again, and Klein in the backfield. Fake the handoff, throw out to Again, nearly intercepted. Walker Lenz read that one beautifully and nearly came up with a pick. Here's Stassi. Maybe that's one you don't throw, just seeing Lenz right there. Unfortunate that was only an incompletion. 3rd down and 10 from the 42. Now a penalty marker comes in. An illegal substitution call. Oh, no, 12 men on the field for the Privateers, and that will make this 3rd down even longer. 3rd down and 15. This Privateers offense that looked in sync on that first drive, ever since the turnover, it's been a little bit tougher to get their momentum going. They've had some opportunities down the field that haven't come through. Casaburi again shifted wide left. They're looking his way. Stassi. Penalty marker comes in. Fires complete. It's Durda. This is likely going to come back for holding, as that flag was in the offensive backfield. It is 4th down if they accept the penalty. So they'll keep it going on 3rd down and just force Privateers further back instead of declining it and setting up 4th down. And you can understand that because this is a Privateers team that goes for it a lot on 4th down. That was going to be a relatively short 4th down opportunity. And instead of setting up a team that feels comfortable with 36 4th down attempts this year and converting on 23 of them, they're going to make it 3rd and 25 all the way back at the 43 of SUNY Maritime. It's a draw to Klein. He's got lots of space, a long way to go. Still Klein down the sideline and a 1st down. 3rd and 25, a draw play, and Devin Klein moves the chains. Amazing. He had a lot of space initially, which you'll see on 3rd and 25, and then that bounce outside to the right created enough room to get across that 1st down marker. Such an impressive run. And what a momentum swing right there. Play action fired out right, incomplete, looking for Caliendo. Now Klein with 68 yards on the ground on 10 carries. And that's nearly 7 yards per rush. been the story on offense for SUNY Maritime. It was a great season for Klein, but Stassi really felt like the story coming into this one with those 28 passing touchdowns leading the conference and also top 20 in the country. But with the conditions, we're seeing a lot of running and a lot of success for the senior Devin Klein. A whistle and a timeout taken by the Privateers prior to the play here from the 31. 2nd and 10 with 10:29 to go in this first half. 14-7. Husson is in front. It's been a really entertaining first half. All the points coming in the first quarter. It was the Privateers who took a 7-0 lead. Husson responded with 2 touchdowns, the second of which resulting from a fumble. Recovered and brought all the way down to the 6-yard line. And the Eagles were able to cash in and take the lead, and that's where we stand right now. A good drive being put together from this Privateer squad at the 31. The inaugural Fusion Bowl. These two teams finished in second place in their conference. SUNY Maritime second in the NUMAC, and Husson second in the Conference of New England. Of course, these two teams want to be playing for bigger things, but awesome to have them have the opportunity to play some postseason football. Hand off to Klein. Looking for a hole down the left side. Doesn't go down. Forced out of bounds. Looks like about a pickup of 5 or so on second down. He gets 4. You see he was trying to battle for extra yards as best he could. And this will be 4-down situation for the Privateers. So 2 plays to get 6 yards. Stassi looking. Forced out left. He's going to run. Taken out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And that will set up a 4th down now. Again, there's no situation of kicking here. No, it's as if it's a 2nd and 6 play to set up a shorter 3rd down. And that's the goal of that play, but it didn't get much. 4th down and 6. Durda shifts into the slot right. Stassi looking, throws for Durda, incomplete. Turnover on downs. Husson gets a really nice stand on defense after a promising drive. That play just didn't look good from the beginning. Stassi was under pressure, had to rush the throw for Durda, who didn't have much separation anyway. It just didn't look like that was going to work out very well. Now, 3rd and 6, they go for it, don't get it, and now it's 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the 26. High snap, hand off to Sargent. Brings it out to the 30. Just interesting, we have not seen Jed Lober. Was the leading rusher on this team, the 2nd leading rusher in the conference this year, and listed as being ready to go, but we're seeing the other 2 running backs in Hunter and Sargent get the carries. I wonder if Lober is dealing with something. Hand off to Sargent again. Bottled up and brought down. A series of Privateers tacklers in on the stop to set up a 3rd down. Lost 2. Now 3rd and 8 from the 29. This is a stop the Privateers really need. Clark, screenplay. Hunter got some blockers in front. Brought down, but beyond the first down marker. Great work from LeVar Hunter to move the chains. This is a very experienced Husson offensive line. They helped out Hunter right there. 4 of the 5 starters on the line for the Eagles are seniors. And we've seen them play a role in this first half, creating some running lanes. Keeper, Clark. Forced out of bounds as he just crosses the 40-yard line. Ryan Costalis on the stop. Costalis, junior out of Brewster, New York, playing on the interior of the offensive line. As you get a look there at the wind still blowing like crazy this afternoon. Credit to both of these teams being able to produce offensively despite those issues. We've seen a little bit more running from both teams probably than we would have normally. But some good balance. Deep throw for a 40-yard touchdown for the Eagles in the first quarter. Clark fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, complete. And another first down for the Eagles. Nason Berthollet on the grab. A special teams all-conference player last year, and he's been playing a lot more as a receiver. You see the speed. He showed off right there. Gets it into the Privateers' side of the field at the 49. Hand off to Surgeon. Bouncing out to the left. Good run from Surgeon on first down. It's about 7 or so. Eight yards, 2nd down and 2 from the 41. And Surgeon with just 17 total carries on the year coming into this one. And he has been the primary running back in this bowl game. Surgeon again, trying to get to that first down marker, and he'll come up a little bit short. Gino Fondero with a great tackle to keep him from getting to that line to gain. And the Privateers likely going to need 2 stops right here to get the ball back. See if it comes to that, whether the Eagles decide to punt. It's an interesting situation. 3rd and 2. Hunter in the backfield. They give it to him. Hunter diving forward. They're going to mark him short. His knee went down before diving for that first down, and it is indeed 4th and very short. And no question at all that the Eagles are going for this one. Clark over to the sideline to get the play from his head coach, Lat Clark. It is Hunter in the backfield. They're going to throw it. Clark deep down the sideline, incomplete. Looking for Dom Wilson, and after a 4th down turnover the other way, it's the Privateers, That send the Husson offense off the field. That's interesting on 4th and short to not see a run play there. Trying to go deep and fool the defense, and it did not work. Great coverage from Xander Timothy. There was some contact, but Timothy let go in time. And now a chance with about 3 minutes to go in this first half for the Privateers to get even. No points in this second quarter. And off to Klein. He's got some room across the 45 and near midfield. Good run on first down. Klein continues to get a lot of carries and have a lot of success. 2nd and 2. Klein gets another carry. He's got a first down. Inside the 45, across the 40, pushing off tacklers near the 30-yard line. Physical running from Devin Klein all first half. "13 carries for Klein in this first half. And he just continues to have success. 80 yards on the ground, over 6 yards a carry. Caliendo was in the backfield. They throw it over the middle to Durda. He's got some room. Inside the 20. Down near the 15, another first down for SUNY Maritime. Two-minute timeout here from the Bronx as you get a look at Durda with that crossing route. And some good blocking in front of him. And upended near the 15 at the 17-yard line. What a first half for the run game for SUNY Maritime. 13 carries, 100 yards for Klein, and nearly 8 yards a carry. And Agyen doing good work as well on 5 carries, 31 yards. 131 yards on the ground, and yet it is the Privateers finding themselves behind 14-7. This is a Privateers team that averages only 118 yards on the ground per game, and they've got 130 in this first half. And that is a testament to the conditions. It's also just a testament to what's working. They're having success, and they just continue to go into the teeth of this Husson defense and have a lot of success. It's been a run defense for the Eagles that has struggled this year. And you're seeing Privateers taking advantage. 1st and 10 from the 17. Klein, another handoff. Bouncing outside, trying to get away from tacklers. It will be a short gain this time for Klein. About 2 on first down. 2nd and 8 from the 15. Clock running inside a minute 30. The Privateers get their play call. Now 10 on the play clock. Have to get this one snapped quickly. Now 5 on the play clock. And they do. It's a handoff to Klein, up the middle, pushing forward. He's just inside the 10, near the marker, and that'll set up a short 3rd down. Now inside a minute to go in this first half. You sense the Privateers trying not to give Husson too much time the other way to score. 3rd and 1 from the 8. And off to Klein. Battling for the first down. He's got it. And I'll move the chains now. 35 seconds to go, and a timeout taken by the Privateers. They're doing a good job of shaving the clock. Make sure the Husson doesn't have too much time, but you also want to give yourself a chance to have the full set of plays on goal to go. Devin Klein with 16 carries, 109 yards in this first half, nearly 7 yards a carry. And if he keeps this up, he entered with a little under 800 yards this season. He can have a 200-yard game, which he's certainly on pace to do, and could reach 1,000 yards on the season. It's about halfway there right now. With 779, needs 221 today to reach that 1,000-yard mark, and he's got 111 already in this first half. Stassi is 6 for 11, 55 yards. Not a lot of opportunities. It hasn't mattered. The run game has been good. First and goal from the 6. The Privateers looking to even things up. 21 points all in the first quarter would be the first points of this second period if SUNY Maritime could punch it in, and a timeout taken by Husson as they wanted to get a look at the formation of the offense, get their defense ready for that. We'll take another break. 35 seconds. 14-7 Eagles. Just imagine it's going to continue to be the run game for SUNY Maritime, the way that they've gone about things this entire first half. And really the lack of success being able to throw the ball through the air. There have been some deep ball opportunities, but maybe the wind is factoring into some of Stassi's throws, and I would imagine something on the ground or maybe an easy completion like we saw the crossing route to Ian Durda that led to a first down earlier on this drive. First and goal from the 6. Klein is just behind Stassi in the backfield. They give it to Klein, up the middle. He stopped short on about the 2. And SUNY Maritime takes their final timeout of the half with 29 seconds to go. And this sets up an interesting one now. You have 2 plays conceivably to get into the end zone. Now you're out of timeouts. You run it here, you definitely have an ability to get up and take another snap at the end of the half, but beyond that, it starts to get a little difficult. So we might see a throw as a result from the Privateers. At the 3-yard line, trying to punch it in and tie this one up before the break. If you run it here, you have to be ready to get a play going quickly. If you don't get into the end zone. Looks to be a passing formation for the Privateers, as you would expect in this situation. They fake the handoff. Throwing incomplete. And we're looking for Casaburi that time, and just outstanding coverage to set up 3rd and goal. Expecting another pass, 25 seconds to go. Wasn't much there defensively. Just excellent coverage from Jaden Victorino J, who is still on Casaburi out wide left. And another timeout. This time it's going to go from Husson. Husson is just trying everything they can to get a sense of what the Privateers are going to run. We've seen now a couple of timeouts just trying to figure out the formation before the play. And what do the Privateers do here? We've seen a lot of throws towards number 10, Nate Casaburi, on the left side. We see Ian Durda getting on the action again. Luke Caliendo, after getting involved in that first drive, has been a little bit quiet. "25 seconds to go. It's 3rd and goal. 2 plays to get in the end zone, you'd expect. They hand it off to Klein. Up the gut. Did he get there? He did not. He comes up short. 4th down. Husson says they have the ball, but that is blown dead. They're stopping the ball to snap it. Now they've got to hurry. 10 seconds. 4th and goal. Trying to get into the end zone. Looking out left for Casaburi, who slips and falls. It's incomplete. No flags. And what a stand from the Husson Eagles at the end of the half. They keep the Privateers out of the end zone. No points after all that. They tried to run it up the gut with Klein. He came up a little bit short. That forced a quick turnaround just to get a playoff on 4th down. And it looked disjointed from the start. So now 3 seconds for the Eagles. Be shocked if we see anything but a kneel down in this situation with them leading 14-7. It's been the story, Devin Klein, in this first half, but he was held short right there, reaching for the goal line. 116 yards on the ground, but 1 key yard he couldn't get right there. The Eagles going to at this final play of the first half. 21 points between the two teams, all coming in the first quarter. Privateers with some missed opportunities, but it's been the Husson defense holding things down deep in their own half a couple of times. We'll be back with more from the Bronx on this chilly, chilly Saturday afternoon. The inaugural Fusion Bowl on Northeast Sports Network.
The NUMEC was formed in 1998 when the U8 expanded and offered opportunities to men's programs to compete. The conference was built on tenets of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and expanded its opportunities in sports programs through the years. And we try to focus on the success of our student athletes, both academically and athletically.
As a conference, we embody excellence in the fact that every institution has a commitment to providing a high-level competitive experience for the student athlete. Numerous top 10 finishes within the Lear field. We have national championships. We have Elite Eights, Final Fours, numerous academic and COSADA All-Americans. We push one another to be better in order to realize that ultimate goal of being the preeminent conference in Division III.
I'm a very proud member of the NUMAC conference. And so when I think about the word integrity and think about how that word really was a founding principle for the New 8 and how that has continued on as we welcome men into the conference and expand to the NUMAC, it's really, again, something that drives this conference, drives most of the decisions that we make. Student athletes who at the end of the day, all decisions are based on what is best for a student athlete, whether that's about the competitive experience or supporting their academic endeavors as well.
The word respect means a number of things to me, especially as it is demonstrated in the NUMAC League. We have a great respect for our students, a great respect for our colleagues, and it's demonstrated in all of our not only preseason play, season play, and postseason play. And so to have that respect for each other on the field, on the ice, wherever they may be playing, for me is paramount.
It's really not about the individual institution and what they need and how they reach their accomplishments, but it's really about all of us collectively making each other better, come together as a group to really do an excellent job for our student athletes, our coaches, our families, and our institution.
Halftime of the inaugural Fusion Bowl. It's Husson up 14-7 over SUNY Maritime. Privateers have really been dominating for much of this first half, but a good drive from Husson and then also a turnover changing things. It was the Privateers on the opening drive getting the touchdown for Mario Agnew. You can see that offensive line pushing him all the way into the end zone. A 6-minute drive to begin this one from the Privateers to get on the board, and then Husson responded with a drive of their own. It was Jaquan Miles going deep down the left sideline and getting into the end zone. 40-yard touchdown for the Eagles. They were struggling early on that drive, but really came alive with that third down conversion right there. And then SUNY Maritime with a costly turnover in their own territory. Stassi trying to escape pressure. Ball comes out. It just keeps on rolling. And Jemiah Tyson able to recover and bring it all the way down to the 6-yard line for Husson. They had a holding penalty that forced them back to the 16, but they were able to eventually convert from the 6, and it was Jaquan Miles again for his second touchdown of the afternoon. Been quite a day for him. The senior out of Daphne, Alabama, ranked 10th in the conference in 15 yards per reception coming into this game, and he has been really important for this Husson team. Really swayed stats in this first half. When we come back, we'll look at those swayed first half stats in favor of SUNY Maritime, but they trail 14-7 here in the Bronx.
The NUMEC was formed in 1998 when the New 8 expanded and offered opportunities to men's programs to compete. The conference was built on tenets of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and expanded its opportunities in sports programs through the years. And we try to focus on the success of our student athletes, both academically and athletically.
As a conference, we embody excellence in the fact that every institution has a commitment to providing a high-level competitive experience for the student athlete. Numerous top 10 finishes within the Learfield. We have national championships. We have Elite Eights, Final Fours, numerous academic and COSADA All-Americans. We push one another to be better in order to realize that ultimate goal of being the preeminent conference in Division III.
I'm a very proud member of the NUMAC conference. And so when I think about the word integrity and think about how that word really was a founding principle for the New 8 and how that has continued on as we welcome men into the conference and expand to the NUMAC, it's really, again, something that drives this conference, drives most of the decisions that we make. Student athletes, who at the end of the day, all decisions are based on what is best for a student athlete, whether that's about the competitive experience or supporting their academic endeavors as well.
The word respect means a number of things to me, especially as it is demonstrated in the NUMAC League. We have a great respect for our students, a great respect for our colleagues, and it's demonstrated in all of our not only preseason play, season play, and postseason play. And so to have that respect for each other on the field, on the ice, wherever they may be playing, for me is paramount.
It's really not about the individual institution and what they need and how they reach their accomplishments, but it's really about all of us collectively making each other better, come together as a group to really do an excellent job for our student athletes, our coaches, our families, and our institution.
Halftime here at the campus of SUNY Maritime. It is 14-7, Husson in front, and really it's been the Privateers dominating in terms of everything but the scoreboard. 134 yards on the ground to just 32, 189 total yards to 99 for Husson, but that key fumble that led to a goal-to-goal situation for the Eagles really making the difference, and then a fourth down stop at the end of the first half on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line that kept the Privateers out and kept Husson in front. You see the penalties there, a little bit of a problem for SUNY Maritime. 5 for 53. That was a costly pass interference penalty on 3rd down that led to Husson's first touchdown. But they've got to be feeling pretty good about where they are offensively in that first half, and Husson will now get the ball for this second half, feeling as if they could have played a lot better, and yet they're ahead by 7, and that's thanks to some really good defense deep in their own territory, and also some good performance from Jaquan Miles with 2 key 3rd down catches. Both touchdowns coming on 3rd down scores, and only 2 catches for Miles in the entire game, but 46 yards and 2 touchdowns. 6 completions overall for Max Clark, just 67 yards. 46 of those yards going to Miles. And credit Husson, they've taken advantage of their more limited opportunities. The run game has not been there nearly as much as it has for SUNY Maritime, but they've had the key passes. A couple of times we saw some deep threat opportunities for the home team here, the Privateers, but they weren't able to take advantage of them as Husson has. So 14-7, it is the Eagles in front, and it will be the leaders who get the ball in this second half. We'll take a break, come back with the kickoff in the third quarter. 14-7, Husson in front on the Northeast Sports Network. Starting this third quarter from the campus of SUNY Maritime, it is the inaugural Fusion Bowl between Husson and SUNY Maritime. The Eagles coming all the way down from Maine. They have a 14-7 lead after one half, and they will get the ball to start this second half. Wind continues to be a factor, as it was right from kickoff. Special teams going to be an adventure the rest of the way. Flags are whipping. Squib kick. Taken across the 30, across the 40. What a return near midfield, and a great starting field position for Husson. The squib kick really didn't pan out the way Privateers would have wanted. It turned into a nice return. This is a really good return team in the Eagles. Cameron Cornett and Jaquan Miles have really created problems in the special teams department this year. And it is 1st and 10 at the 47. It was Nathan Berthollet, the former all-special teams in the conference, brought it out there. Handoff goes to Sargent. He brings it to midfield. Picks up 3, and 2nd down and 7. We have not seen Jed Lober, who is the leading rusher for this Husson team, nearly 900 yards in the regular season, which was 2nd in the conference, but instead it's been the freshman Sargent and the senior LeVar Hunter, who also had a great year in the backfield. Sargent is behind Clark. He gets the handoff, looking to bounce it outside and goes nowhere. Gino Fudero and Vinny Fudero in on the stop. The two brothers making a play, and they have both had great seasons this year. Vinny is the younger brother, a junior. Gino is senior. They've combined to force 7 forced fumbles this year and 10.5 sacks. See if we'll be calling their name more in the second half. 3rd and 9. Clark throws over the middle, complete. And a 1st down. Dom Wilson. There is a flag, though, near the offensive backfield, and this one might be coming back. See, there was a hold there. It looked like number 63, Ryan Shurtleff. Well, it's going to go against number 65. John Dugan instead of Shurtleff. They both were grabbing the jersey a little bit. And that sets Husson way back inside their own 40. 3rd down and 19. Wipes away the 1st down on 3rd down. And we saw a lot of that in the first half in crucial situations. Quarterback draw. Clark across the 45, gets walloped just short of midfield and nowhere near enough for the 1st down. Be 4th down from just short of midfield, and the punt team coming on for the Eagles. Maritime gets the stand they needed to begin this 3rd quarter. Danny Scarlota is on to punt. And Ian Durda back to receive. High snap, fielded by Scarlota. Punt rolling inside the 10-yard line and out of bounds. That took a really nice hop for Husson. And the Privateers will start inside their own 10 in their first drive of the second half. Start from the 8. Ian Durda thought about fielding that one, but a little bit of a tricky hop, and as a result, some worse field position. But you certainly don't want to commit a turnover there, and you'd rather be set up at the 8-yard line, backed up, then giving the ball back to Husson as we saw that key turnover that led to a goal-to-goal situation. Play action. Out to Durda. Bouncing off tacklers. Good gain on first down. See if the Privateers can get Durda more involved. He had just one catch in the first half for 15 yards. This is a guy they've relied on all season, 9 touchdowns. And 528 receiving yards in total with 45 catches. Gets 7 there to set up a 2nd and 3. And off goes inside to Klein. He's got some room. Picks up the first down. It was an excellent first half for Klein in his final game as a Privateer with 116 yards on the ground. Gets the first there. Screenplay. Caliendo. Lots of room down the sideline. Brought down near midfield. And the Privateers offense is cooking. That is Caliendo's 4th catch. But it's coming back. Another costly penalty. Wipes away the first down. Wonder if they got one of those players on the edge. It looked like they did. Costly penalty for Husson on their opening drive of the second half, and here for SUNY Maritime the same. And off inside. Trying to push for more. There isn't much there. They get back to the original line of scrimmage, though, for about 5. All that pile pushing ended up paying off. 2nd and 9 now, a much more manageable 2nd down for SUNY Maritime. The handoff. Going nowhere is Klein. What a play by Braden Trombley. Coming up from the safety spot to make the tackle. Read that one beautifully, knew what was coming, and brought down the tough runner in Klein, who can bounce off tacklers easily. Now 3rd down and 9 from the 25. A drive that looked really good after the penalty, in danger of stalling. Stassi flushed out to his left. Looking for somewhere to throw, now back to his right. Caliendo makes the catch and drops it. He had it for a moment, couldn't hold on, and it's 4th down. Now again, another drive for the Privateers that looked great, but a costly holding penalty. Now they're going to have to punt from their own 21. 145 yards on the ground for SUNY Maritime, and yet only 7 points, and they averaged 119 yards on the ground per game this season. Fourth on to punt. Nearly blocked, just gets it away. It might have gotten a piece. Hard to tell with the wind. Sometimes it's going to be a deflection, and sometimes it's just going to be the elements. Well, that turns into really good field position for Husson inside the 30-yard line of SUNY Maritime. See if we can get a look to see if someone got a piece here. It looks like it's very possible. It could just be the wind, but the way that the ball spun a little differently makes me think there was some contact with a Husson player. Well, now, again, total yard advantage of nearly 100 for SUNY Maritime, but Husson has a chance here to take a 2-score lead. Sargent gets the handoff. Burst of speed. Sargent breaks a tackle inside the 20. Sargent still going. Big first down run from the freshman. And into the red zone go the Eagles. Sargent comes up hobbling a little bit. You hope he's okay. LeVar Hunter into the game. 1st and 10 from the 13. Fake to Hunter. Thrown out wide to the tight end. Breaking a tackle is Casey. And he's down inside the 5. First. They did get the first indeed. Now at the 3-yard line. It was Colin Casey's first catch of the afternoon. He's got 3 touchdowns on the year, 250 receiving yards. It's Hunter behind Clark. High snap, bobbled. Clark had it for a moment, lost it. Bouncing around all the way back to the 20, and the Privateers have it. Utter chaos. And it's SUNY Maritime that comes up with it. Man, oh man. Clark bobbled it, had it on the recovery for a moment. It looked like for sure. But it has just been that kind of day for everybody. The ball bouncing around. Clark went down after losing it, and at that point, Maritime had a chance to get on it, and they continued the pursuit for the ball, and what a swing there. The drive for SUNY Maritime looked really good. They stalled, forced a punt, and Husson was down at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal, to take a 2-score lead, and instead, now here it is, SUNY Maritime again with a chance to tie it. Hand off to Klein. Good run up the middle, near the 30. You see there the high snap. Clark bobbled and then had it all the way to the ground, but couldn't hold on. And it looked like Xander Timothy in the end that came up with it. Hand off to Klein again. Not much there. He's going to come up a little bit short of the first down and set up a 3rd and short. 3rd and 1. Probably too deep in your own territory to go for it if you don't get it. But of course, this is an aggressive 4th down team in SUNY Maritime. 36 attempts on 4th down coming in to this one. They were over 60%, but they're 0 for 2 on 4th down today. Hand off to Klein. It doesn't matter. He dives forward and picks up the first down on 3rd. It has been Devin Klein, the workhorse this afternoon. Saw a little bit of Agyen in the first half, and he is in now. 5 carries for 30 yards for Agyen. They fake it to him, throwing deep right for Caliendo, a shirt tug, but no flag. Much to the disappointment of the Privateers fans. There was definitely a pull on Caliendo's jersey, but it's incomplete, 2nd and 10. You see the pole right there. Caliendo's probably going to get there and make that catch, and that is a really unfortunate missed call for SUNY Maritime. Caliendo might have gone to the end zone there. Hand off to Agien. Not much there. Ethan Turgeon, the safety, was all over it. And that sets up a 3rd and long. 3rd down and 8. .29 rush attempts between Agien and Klein. And just 16 pass attempts for Stassi. Well, they're going to throw it here on 3rd and 8. Over the middle, completes. Diving for the first down and getting it. It's Nate Casaburi. Key conversion on 3rd and long. Stassi has been trying to find Casaburi many times this afternoon and able to convert there, and great effort, as you can see, from Casaburi to get to the marker. Hand off to Agien. It's about 1. They're spelling Klein a little bit, who's worked really hard. Already 24 carries, 143 yards. And they know they're going to need him for this 4th quarter and deeper in this 3rd as well. 2nd and 9 from midfield. Caliendo comes in motion. He gets the screen pass, breaks a tackle. Still Caliendo diving for the first down marker. He'll be a little short. And it's the 4th catch of the afternoon for Caliendo. We saw him more early in the 1st quarter and then go pretty quiet, but Privateers have done a good job getting him involved in this 3rd quarter. Third down and 3 from the Husson 44. Might be 4 down territory, depending on how SUNY Maritime is aggressively. Stassi looking left. Now trying to come back to his right. Gets away from Tyson and is forced to throw it away. Great pressure from the interior. Jemiah Tyson with 6 sacks on the year. Nearly got to Stassi and forced it to a 4th and 3. Stassi was coming off the field for a moment. They're going to stay in. They're going to go for this. Well, Husson is leading in this game, but their offense hasn't looked really good consistently, and you wonder if that is part of the decision here. Trusting your defense in case you don't get it. Stassi in some trouble. Bouncing to his right. He fires. Caught! Pat Quinn along the sideline got the feet in bounds, and they convert on 4th down. What a play extension from Stassi. And just great footwork from Quinn along the sideline. I mentioned the 64% on 4th down coming in, but they were 0 for 2 today. Yet the crucial one right there. Fake to Klein. Thrown, complete. Quinn again. Knocked out of bounds, close to a 1st down. Bring it out to about the 25-yard line. So back-to-back receptions for Quinn. It was a great throw, as you can see right there on 4th down. Beautiful spiral from Stassi, right on the money, and great footwork from Quinn, who has come alive here on this drive. 2nd and 4 from the 25. The handoff to Klein. Pushing forward. He's got a 1st down. Devin Klein now over 150 yards on the ground. Again, if he gets to a little over 220, gets to the 1,000-yard mark on the year in his senior season. He's more worried about winning this game, though. 1st and 10 from the 20. They dump it out to Klein, who wasn't expecting it, and it's incomplete. He was trying to run more up the field and then had to kind of quickly turn to face Stassi to try and make the catch, and it's a little bit out of sync there. 2nd and 10. He was open, as you can see, but just wasn't ready for it. Another fake to Stassi, throwing deep for Caliendo. Nearly came up with it, trying to leap over the corner, Tyler Armin. And that brings up 3rd down. That would have been an incredible catch. A little bit of a jump ball from Stassi. Caliendo had it in his arms for a moment. Good coverage in the end from Armin, who's been a great corner this year for Husson. 7 pass breakups on the year, tied for 3rd in the Conference of New England. 3rd and 10. The handoff to Klein. Bouncing out to his right to the 15, and that looks like a play where they are sure they're going for it on 4th down. You don't run that unless you know you're going for it. And after a key 4th down conversion earlier in this drive, the Privateers are going to try and do it again. 4th and 5 from the 15. Klein motions to the right of Stassi. Looks right, fires, complete. Caliendo breaks the tackle, touchdown! Privateers within an extra point of knotting this one up at 14. 9th touchdown of the year for Luke Caliendo. What an individual effort. Had a defender strapped to his leg and was able to get away for the score. Just amazing extra effort. His knee nearly went down, but able to keep it up. Extra point is good, and we are tied at 14 with a little under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter. What a drive from SUNY Maritime. They get 2 4th down conversions, including this one right here to Caliendo. He was first focused on getting the 1st down, and then once he broke that tackle, he had green grass in front of him for the end zone. 5 receptions, 45 yards for the senior, and the crucial tying touchdown. Jamel Ramsey, the head coach for SUNY Maritime, talked about how meaningful a day this is for his group of seniors. Steven Stassi, Ian Durda, Luke Caliendo, Pat Quinn, who had a huge catch on that drive, Devin Klein, who's having an incredible final game as a Privateer. And these guys are really doing a good job of capping off their final game with this program. Hoping for a win in the end. Another squib kick, and that did not go according to plan. It's recovered beyond the 45 for Husson. They're going to start nearly at midfield. The kicking problems continue for both teams on these issues with, well, you have to imagine are wind concerns. There's the catch again for Caliendo. An amazing broken tackle for the score. 1st and 10 from the 46 for the Eagles. Looking deep, down the far sideline, incomplete. That was Cam Holmes with Karam Cruz in coverage. Clark is 7-9 for 77 yards. He does have 2 touchdown passes, 25 and 26 on the year for him. But now, Privateers have got it up at 14, and Husson needs to get their offense going. They fake it to Surgent. No, it is Surgent with lots of space across midfield. And to the 47. Set up a 3rd down and short. Looked like Surgent was going to have plenty of room to go get the 1st down, but the hole closed quickly. 3rd and 4. And again, you wonder if Husson might go for it on 4th down if they don't get it here. Probably not. Clark looking left. Complete. Dom Wilson, who has been just huge on 3rd down in this one, brings his Eagles into SUNY Maritime territory as that brings this 3rd quarter to an end. Clark had plenty of time, great pocket to throw, good catch from Wilson, and it will be 1st and 10 from the 37 for the Husson Eagles. 14-14 after 3. We'll take a break and be right back with an exciting 4th quarter on the Northeast Sports Network. Start of the 4th quarter. What a inaugural Fusion Bowl it's been so far. A beautiful look at the Manhattan skyline in the distance as Surgent takes the handoff from Clark and is wrestled down after a short gain. Back-to-back runs of no gain sets up a 3rd and 10. 21 points in this game coming from the 1st quarter. Since then, defenses have done their job. Thrown out wide, complete, well short of the 1st down. Nasty hit from Zender Timothy. We'll see the Eagles looking like they're going to go for it. They're at the 35 of SUNY Maritime. Timothy making sure there was no yards after catch for Berthollet. Here we go, 4th and 7 from the 35. Clark under pressure, hit as he throws, intercepted. Jack Kellner makes the pick. Another 4th down stop for this Privateers defense. The pressure getting to Clark, leading to that errant throw. And the junior Jack Kellner alert to make the play off the tip. Pressure came in front of Clark. And what a job from Kellner to come up with that one. First and 10 from the 21-yard line. Now for the Privateers to look to take the lead for the first time since the 1st quarter. Klein slips and falls as he took the handoff. See that 4th down play again. Clark was just forced to throw it up in the air and hope for something on 4th. And it went right into the arms of Kellner. Fired up, coming to the sideline. Pickup of 1 on that first down play from Klein. It's 2nd and 9. Stassi forced to his right. He's going to run. Steps out of bounds. Near the 30. And a 3rd down upcoming. Third and 6 for SUNY Maritime. These two teams came out firing offensively in the early going. The defense is really stepping up in the second half and late in the second quarter. Stassi under pressure again. He's going to try and run for it, trying to get a block. Breaks a tackle, gets the first down. Great individual effort from the privateer signal caller. He was looking for a block. He didn't get it and just marched himself for the first down anyway. Out to the 34-yard line. 1st and 10. Durda in motion. They fake it to Klein. Here's Durda. Out in the flat, across the 35, down the sideline, pushed out of bounds near midfield. Another first down, SUNY Maritime. Ian Durda in space has continued to be a problem when he gets his hands on the ball. Some tempo here. Stassi rolling out. Looking deep down the sideline, incomplete. Well out of the reach of Durda, and really good coverage from Ethan Turgeon. Second and 10 at the 49. A wind is blowing like crazy, and it's moving the ball from its original spot. Saw a couple of those times in the first half. Referees have to be alert to remember where that initial spot is and move it back. Handoff up the gut to Klein. Got some room near the first down. I'm going to mark him just short. Picked up 9 on 2nd and 10. 3rd down and 1 for the Privateers. Klein has been a workhorse. 28 carries, 164 yards. Give it to Klein again. Bouncing off tacklers, he's got a first down. Carry number 29 brings Klein over 170 yards on the ground. Be 1st and 10 now from the 39. Privateers have moved the ball against this Husson defense all day long. A couple of key 4th downs haven't gone their way. They could easily have 28 points or more in this one. Stassi forced to his left, pump fakes, slides down to the 31-yard line. We're seeing Stassi make an impact with his legs in this second half, escaping pressure. Picked up a key 3rd down earlier in this drive. And that pump fake got his defender in the air. So now 2nd and 2 from the 31. Picked up 8 on that first down play. Again now in the backfield behind Stassi. They give it to Again. Looking for some room. He's brought down around the 30. See if he has enough for the first down. Referees are going to look at this one. It's very close. Privateers sideline wants the first down, and they've got it. Again moves the chains. We're inside 9 minutes to go in this second half. First and 10 from the 29. Again remains in the backfield. Durda in motion. They hand it off to Again. He's got some room up the middle, pushing towards the 20. And a good run on first down for the senior from right here in the Bronx. Another 8-yard pickup on first down for SUNY Maritime. Again now with 9 carries for 43 yards. Spelling Klein. Lots of players in motion. They give it to Again. Towards the marker. And he's got it. First down. Into the red zone. Go the Privateers. They scored on the opening drive of the game. They tied it up in this second half. Now looking for the go-ahead score. That tying drive came at the end of the third. 15-yard pass to Luke Caliendo on fourth down. Stassi throwing deep for the end zone, incomplete. That was Durda trying to get on the end of that, but the ball was overthrown. Turgeon was back in coverage for the Eagles. Drives have stalled at times in this area of the field for SUNY Maritime. Husson defense has done a good job limiting these opportunities in this part of the field. And off to Klein. Up the middle, breaks a tackle, brings it to the 10. First down. First and goal from the 8. Devin Klein just continues to punish this Hudson defense. Now 176 yards on the ground on 30 carries. 6 yards a carry for Klein. And if he can get to 221, he gets to 1,000 on the season. He has been the key. Timeout. With 6:03 to go, first and goal coming for the Privateers on the 8-yard line. The rushing totals between these two teams, it is a dramatic advantage to SUNY Maritime. 230 on the ground to just 47 for Husson, and that's an area where Husson had to have felt like they wanted to dominate in. They have 155 yards on the ground per game compared to just 118 on the ground for SUNY Maritime, but it has been the run game for the Privateers that has made the difference. 5 yards a carry and just 2.2 yards per carry on the ground for Husson. 24 first downs to 7 for the Eagles. And credit this Eagles defense for keeping this team in this game. It has definitely been the offense that has been their strength throughout the year, but with the offensive struggles, they are doing a great job of keeping this close and making it a tie game with 6 minutes to go. And it's SUNY Maritime threatening now. 1st and goal from the 8. Fake to Klein. Throw it out wide. Incomplete. There was contact with number 10, Nate Casaburi. It was Armin in coverage. No flag. 2nd and goal. A fade route towards Casaburi. Looked to be pulled down. He might have been trying to sell it a little bit. Klein shifts to Stassi's right. Durda in motion. Hand off to Klein. Not much there. The Husson defense again is standing tall in the red area. The end of the first half, with the clock winding down, SUNY Maritime tried to get a tying touchdown, and on 4th and goal at the 1, they were stopped. And that is the difference in the game right now. This would be nearly a clinching touchdown if that one had been punched in for SUNY Maritime. Instead, they're looking for the go-ahead score right now. 3rd and goal from the 6. Stassi fires right. Complete. Touchdown. Ian Durda. And the Privateers go back in front with 5:08 to go. 10th touchdown of the year for Durda. Steven Stassi with his 2nd passing touchdown of the afternoon. Up to 30 on the year as the kick is up, and it is good. 21-14. SUNY Maritime back in front. And Steven Stassi has found his footing throwing the ball and has used his legs in key situations as well the last couple of drives. Durda has gone in motion so many times throughout this game, and it fooled Husson in this situation. Found himself in tons of space. A little dance move at the end to top it all off. See what the Eagles have left in them. Haven't scored since the first quarter, and that 2nd touchdown came off of a turnover, a fumble from Steven Stassi. They've got just 136 total yards in the game compared to 364 for SUNY Maritime. Good return out across the 35-yard line. Cameron Cornett again has just been excellent in the special teams department this year. He averages over 30 yards per kick return, and that gives Husson some life and momentum on this drive. Cornett, the sophomore from Louisiana, had a 92-yard kick return touchdown earlier this year. 1st and 10 from the 39. Clark over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Casey. Dennis Modic was there in coverage. This Privateers crowd really starting to get into it now. So is that Privateers sideline as well. Clark with just 89 yards through the air this afternoon. Quarterback draw. Clark. Good run. Picks up the first down, I believe. He did. Move the chains. Really good play design, and Clark found the hole excellently. We've seen a couple of quarterback draws that haven't really worked for the Eagles this afternoon, but good hole created by that offensive line. 1st and 10 from the Husson 49. Clark flushed out. Shovels it incomplete. He was looking for Jaquan Miles. I think he could have run there, had some room in front of him, and just got caught in between running or throwing it. And that led to the pass at Miles' feet. It can be tough there to decide whether to run or throw. And it did seem like the ball just came off the hand wrong. 2nd and 10. Clark over the middle, complete. Berthollet is walloped just beyond midfield. And they'll say incomplete. Unable to hold on. Nasty hit. Kevin Wu delivered the blow right there. And what a season it's been for Kevin Wu. We haven't talked about him this afternoon, but the most tackles in the NUMAC this year. Top 40 in the nation in tackles, and what a hit he delivered in that one. Approached 100 tackles coming into this game on the season. Crowd really into it now. 3rd and 10. Clark looking to run. And he stopped short of the first down. Now some pushing and shoving along the sideline. They'll set up a 4th down, and Husson has been aggressive on 4th down all day long. You expect they're going for it. They are 0 for 2 on 4th so far. 3.5 minutes to go. They don't have a whole lot of choices. 4th and 5. This Reinhardt Field crowd is really into it. Over the middle, complete. Colin Casey with the first down. Keeps this drive alive. Clark made the good throw in a timely moment. And Casey has been a reliable target as a escape valve. Clark, another keeper. Short gain as he gets it inside the 40. Matic on the tackle. Under 2.5 to go. Husson looking for the tying touchdown. What an exciting inaugural Fusion Bowl we've had on our hands today. Down goes Clark. A huge sack back near midfield. Gino Fundaro. Over 5 sacks on the year. Oh, what a time for that. Two-minute timeout. You see Fundaro, just not much resistance from that offensive line. Fundaro is tied for 5th with 4.5 sacks coming in the conference. 5.5 now on the year. He also has those 4 forced fumbles we mentioned earlier that lead the conference. And, man, if you're a pass rusher, that's the exact time you want to deliver. When the opposing team looking for that tying score, it's the way you can put games away when you have a pass rusher like that. Daro just made easy work of the right tackle, Tayshawn Trent. Sets up a 3rd down and 17 from the 46. And obviously, this is 4th down territory. So 2 plays to get 17 yards. Clark over the middle, wobbly throw. It is incomplete. Dylan Denneker tried to come up with a diving interception, but he trapped it. 4th and 17 from the 46. 1:54 to go. Husson has timeouts to extend this game. If they all convert, this would get SUNY Maritime really close to the finish line. Clark is hit as he throws, incomplete. Turnover on downs. The Privateers do it again defensively. They've been stout all day long. And now the Privateers on the edge of a Fusion Bowl victory. Yes, SUNY Maritime crowd has really given the Privateers some energy in this second half. And they're looking to close it out now with a 21-14 advantage. And who better to turn to on the ground than Devin Klein? He gets the carry. Up the gut, across midfield, still going, Devin Klein. He's got a 1st down. What a performance from the senior running back. Would not be denied. Just relentless effort. And getting a nice push from the line as well. First and 10 now from the 42 from Husson. The time is really becoming a factor. Klein with nearly 200 yards on the ground. He gets the carry. Out in space. Devin Klein, 10-5. He'll slide down at the 1. And that will do it. How fitting that Devin Klein ends this one on an outstanding run. Over 200 yards. He gets over the 1,000-yard mark with that run. And just to let the time go down, smartly goes to the 1. A story of the game, Devin Klein. His final game as a Privateer, the senior from Miller Place, New York. 233 yards on 33 carries, 7.1 a clip. 21-14, SUNY Maritime is going to win this one on their home field. And a Gatorade bath for head coach Jamel Ramsey. Over 1,000 yards goes Devin Klein, and that is it. SUNY Maritime 21, Husson 14 in this inaugural Fusion Bowl that provided so much entertainment. It is SUNY Maritime getting their 8th win of the year, finishing at 8-3. Husson drops to 6-5. Domination in total yards, but credit the Husson defense for keeping this close. And in the end, Devin Klein just too much on the ground. That was the key. 285 yards on the ground for SUNY Maritime to just 56 for Husson. And that's an area where the Eagles had to have thought they were going to convert and take advantage of. Instead, it's the ground game for SUNY Maritime that gets the victory. We'll take a break and be back with more from the Bronx. Fusion Bowl win for SUNY Maritime, 21-14.
Rushing yards on 33 carries from Maritime, number 45, Devin Clyde. And now presenting the 2024 Fusion Bowl Championship Trophy to the Maritime Privateers.
Okay, sorry, Ben, I kind of missed what you were saying. So, was the coach saying we're going to interview with a player? Is that what was he telling me? I kind of missed what you were saying. What was the coach telling you? Okay, we can do that. I'll just need to have Jordy head down to
Fans,
the
we
field.
thank you once again for your attendance this afternoon, and congratulations to Maritime on winning the 2024.
I think we might need to send you down to the field.
Now we can play New York, New York. Now it's fitting. You can play it now. Play it now. Yeah, now it works.
I don't want to get yelled by a
No,
lot.
I'd say I'm okay. I'm okay. Yes.
This will be easier if we just communicate directly.
Yep.
Do you want to go down there with him?
Are they on?
You got me in there?
Yep, I do. Yep.
You guys want to go down on the field?
Should I?
Yes.
There you
He's
go.
playing. He's
Okay.
playing.
You're clicking.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jordy Feet-Platt, joined alongside by Jamel Ramsey, SUNY Maritime head coach. Jamel, you had a lot of missed opportunities in that first half. You're really dominating in the yardage standpoint. What was the message to the team after that first half, knowing you guys were dominating and then you were able to turn things around?
Time management and penalties. I think that was the huge thing. Those penalties kind of just we kept going backwards instead of continuing to work forward, and just time management. Burnt a timeout early in that second quarter, which I wasn't happy about. We had that later. We might have been able to put that point in there right before half, so just had to correct that at halftime.
Devin Klein, what a performance. Final game as a privateer. What can you say about your senior running back?
Go back and watch any film from this season. This man, he seals the deal. That's what it is. He's a game sealer. And that's why when we gave him that ball, that last one, I had no doubt that he was going to go down there and score. But he was smart enough to slide and take the knee, which speaks to his maturity, speaks to his knowledge of the game, and also speaks to his senior leadership.
How satisfying is it for you, first year as this head coach at SUNY Maritime, to finish off with a bowl win in front of these fans and get these seniors that bowl victory?
I was very much satisfied. I mean, we had some goals, some hefty goals coming in, which we hit some good benchmarks. I think this was a good way to send the seniors off, but also a good way for the guys that are returning, something to look forward to, a certain standard that we're going to be here, and this is what we are. This is who we are.
Thank you so much, Jamel. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Devin, what a performance this afternoon in your final game as a privateer. There was a big emphasis in the run game early. What was kind of the mindset for you in that first and second quarter trying to get things going for the offense?
Just get first downs, next play mentality no matter what. Keep pushing, man. These guys, this group of seniors, we've been grinding for so long. I love them, man. They give it all. We turn this thing around, and I'm super proud of everybody.
Being here at home for this bowl game in front of friends and family and this entire senior class that has been so good to this program, how happy are you guys to see it capped off with a win in this type of environment?
It means everything, man. We work so hard just for the opportunity to have a home bowl game means the world to me, and I feel great. The team did a great job. It was a great team win. Way to end off the season on the right way.
Thank you so much for your time, Devin.
Thank you.
Future Bowl MVP Devin Klein, thank you so much for joining us here this afternoon from the Bronx. SUNY Maritime with a 21-14 win in the inaugural Fusion Bowl. Jordy Feet-Platt signing off on the Northeast Sports Network.
The NUMEC was formed in 1998 when the U8 expanded and offered opportunities to men's programs to compete. The conference was built on tenets of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and expanded its opportunities in sports programs through the years. and we try to focus on the success of our student athletes, both academically and athletically.
As a conference, we embody excellence in the fact that every institution has a commitment to providing a high-level competitive experience for the student athlete. Numerous top 10 finishes within the Lear field. We have national championships. We have Elite Eights, Final Fours, numerous academic and COSIDA All-Americans. We push one another to be better in order to realize that ultimate goal of being the preeminent conference in Division III.
I'm a very proud member of the NUMAC conference. And so when I think about the word integrity and think about how that word really was a founding principle for the New 8 and how that has continued on as we welcome men into the conference and expand to the NUMAC, it's really, again, something that drives this conference, drives most of the decisions that we make. Student athletes who at the end of the day, all decisions are based on what is best for a student athlete, whether that's about the competitive experience or supporting their academic endeavors as well.
The word respect means a number of things to me, especially as it is demonstrated in the NUMAC League. We have a great respect for our students, a great respect for our colleagues, and it's demonstrated in all of our not only preseason play, season play, and postseason play. And so to have that respect for each other on the field, on the ice, wherever they may be playing, for me is paramount.
It's really not about the individual institution and what they need and how they reach their accomplishments, but it's really about all of us collectively making each other better, come together as a group to really do an excellent job for our student athletes, our coaches, our families, and our institution.